Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Look at 1000 Amps. This is a new, very indie PC game that just came out on Steam. As you can see, kind of like a one-man development crew here with Brandon Brizzy, independent game developer, print that on the business card, developing this. And this is kind of like a puzzler platformer. As you will see, apparently my save data has been erased, which kind of sucks, but we're going to start a new game anyway. I had intended on that. And the one thing I like about this game right from the get-go is that it has a very long kind of input screen here where you can actually put in your name. Like if your name is Catherine, no problem. You can actually fit that in. I can fit in all of Northernlion, but then it's like, it doesn't matter what your name is. Sorry, I just instinctually go back to my The Rock impression every time someone says something like that. So we will start the game. And we might get a little bit of double mouse action in this game where you can see my pointer as well as the kind of circle thing on the screen, but I'll mitigate that as much as I can. So essentially we play as this guy right here called Plug. And we have to navigate through something called the amp tree system. So you can see, well, we'll just play it for a second. You can see aesthetically that it's very similar to a game like Limbo in that it consists entirely of black and white, like a monochrome structure. And it's actually got a very deliberate and unique kind of artistic style that goes along with it. Now, missed a good chance to explain some fundamentals on that room because I was gushing over the actual aesthetics of it. But let's talk about that right now. So some of these platforms that we'll uncover are just hollow, essentially, not to bring more Dark Souls terminology into it, and some of them actually light up, and the ones that light up are called energy nodes, and those fill up the battery meter that's up here in the top right. The filling up the battery meter, or our energy levels, allows us to jump higher, and also contributes to fully illuminating the room. So once we hit every energy node, which is all of these light up blocks, the room will stay lit up forever, so that we don't have to, be confused every time we go into it. So we'll try to fill it up here. And, oh, we've almost got it. Just trying to see where that last one is. It's probably over here. The tutorial is pretty basic. Now, when you step on something like this, let's just call this the signal amplifier for now. When you step on this, it will reveal all of the energy nodes in the room, but when you step off, they're gone. So you've got to kind of remember, oh, it's over here. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Now I've lit it up all the way, and this room will stay lit up forever. And, of course, now I can jump very high as well, because my energy meter is full. Now, jumping does not deplete your energy meter. Now, there are also some puzzles like this where blocks sort of fill out the more you go, but that was a very easy way of demonstrating that for them right there. So I'm going to try to work my way through the tutorial here, and you'll see kind of some of the cool gimmicks that they have here that make the game pretty unique. And then hopefully we'll get into a little bit more of the complex stuff before we finish. So a lot of the game is actually this kind of... It feels like in the Super Mario Brothers games when you would try to make a jump. What is this analogy going to work at all? In the Super Mario Brothers games where you would like try to make a jump to hit those invisible blocks that would, on like a coin block, that would allow you to move even further ahead. If you know what I meant, if I'm talking about here. So I just got a seed, and he will explain what seeds do right now. Or maybe he won't. Oh, there we go. So collecting 5 will allow us to instantly activate all the energy nodes in a room. So that collecting 5 will basically allow us to skip a puzzle then, is what he's saying. Or skip a puzzle room. There we go, there's one more energy node, which should give me the energy required to make some jumps at some point. Where, though? Where, oh where? I can't quite get up here yet. Gotta be something over here. Just make some random jumps. Oh god, I forgot the Northernlion curse of when you're making a let's look at a puzzle game, you will always make some huge mistakes. Always do some testing beforehand. Well, I did, actually. And I got through this room no problem, which is what's confusing me right here. Alright, let's move ourselves all the way back here. What about the floor down here? Maybe I've missed one. Ah, I knew it. And that should give us enough to actually get over that hump over there. I'm hoping, anyway. Otherwise, there we go. Otherwise, we got some serious problems. Let's put it that way. Alright, so there's another seed, but we will miss that. And they're just mentioning in the tutorial right now that, what I said earlier, where if you get all the energy nodes turned on, then they remain active permanently. Alright, so in this room, we'll just see where the energy nodes are. So there's one down below, but we can't get to that yet. And we can't get up either. Interesting. So I guess we'll go back over here. And then we can try to tackle this from another perspective. So the way the game is set up, the tutorial section is somewhat linear. At least it seems somewhat linear. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've gotten past the tutorial section. It is definitely somewhat linear. But the game itself is very non-linear, One of the descriptions I read that seemed to encapsulate the game very well was actually on the Giant Bomb wiki. And it said... Oh, there's that last energy node. And it said the game is kind of similar to like a Castlevania or a Metroid, but imagine it had puzzles. I made another stupid mistake here. Imagine it had puzzles instead of combat. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by all the cognitive powers required here. You might notice that when you turn on all the energy nodes as well, you get a little bit of a nice musical selection, which is kind of cool. So we'll come into this room, and I have to remember that I want to hit this energy node over here. There we go. So that'll permanently turn on this room. And then I can come up here, and I should be able to, now that my energy meter is fully charged, jump into this room. Otherwise, it would have been inaccessible. Like INXS accessible. Alright, so how do I do this one? Alright, we're going to stand on this energy signal amplifier. Sorry, I forgot the terminology I invented myself. And you can see there are energy nodes here and here. We will have to use our mouse a little bit later in case you're wondering why I'm even pointing it or just keeping it down here in the corner. So what we have to do is make this jump over here, hit those two, come back to this platform, and rinse and repeat. This is going to be kind of our first jumping puzzle. Not easy, let's put it that way. Oh, because I can't land on that platform down there at the bottom. It only blocks you coming into the top. Okay, but I did get all the things turned on, so we can successfully make it out of that room. Good. So we'll jump out. And now we get introduced to one of the other gimmicks in the game, which is these platforms that actually move you. I don't know if you call them platforms. Let's call them platforms, because I couldn't think of anything more clever to put up as an alternative. And we should have some more. Oh, that wasn't perfect, was it? I said we should have some more. Maybe I need to fall down to the bottom. There's another energy setup I'm missing. I don't even know if I can fall to the bottom at this point. There we go. Okay, we've unlocked those. And let's move over to the left here. Now we are starting to near the end of this tutorial, actually. Just trying to... Oh, what is going on here? Those things destroy my energy nodes? This is the first time I've seen this room, I think. Oh, maybe I just didn't remember it because I got through it so quickly. Alright. So where is our remaining energy node? Oh, I messed up that room. I'm not going to be collecting very many seeds. Now come up and around here. Oh, I remember this room. This room is actually really good, a really good example of how the game works. So see there, we didn't have enough vertical height to jump from this platform to this platform. So instead we got kind of shuttled over here where we picked up an energy node, and that should give us enough jumping power to get up there. But we won't have enough jumping power to get up there, so, you know, rinse and repeat, exactly the same thing down here. Now the puzzles so far have been very easy solutions. Essentially, if you are moving in the direction that you would expect to be moving in, they will just solve the puzzle for you. I assure you that as you get further and further into the game, these puzzles get harder and harder. I stopped playing the first night I got this game because I just got stumped on a room for too long. Oh, so there's an entrance to another room over there, and I have accidentally turned off all the energy nodes in here, but it's kind of a cool fail-safe built in, because if you just come back in through the top there, you'll get all of the energy nodes that you missed. So we'll be able to come back up here, and there should be one more energy node. Maybe two, actually, looking on the battery meter there at the top. It's usually a good indicator of how much time you have left in a level. But I do believe we are coming up to the end of the tutorial here. Very close, if not directly on it yet. There we go, there's the last energy node. Just keep moving over here to the left. I hate this room, so we'll leave this and go back to the room over here that I previously accessed by accident. Hopefully, by way of watching the game and the commentary itself, you can actually understand what the heck's going on here. Oh, I remember this room now. Bunged it up. Where is the second energy node there? Yeah, I remember this specifically being like the last puzzle we would come across. So you're going to walk over to like the fourth block here, try to jump to a safe platform. There we go. And the other one is just up there. Okay, perfect. So we got that. Now we can move to the right again. And the other one is over here. Perfect. So we can move to the right again. Oh, you can see these things kind of funnel you out if you don't get out of them quickly. And then we've got to start the whole process over from the beginning. Let's make that jump again. Ah! Oh, and those platforms at the top, or the waves at the top, keep you from getting back up. Okay, let's try it again. Jump over. Now, where is anything, really? I don't know. Where's the signal amplifier? I can't tell where I'm supposed to be. Oh, there's a second one. Okay. Where is the third one? Oh, I managed to jump my way out of that. The second one's like over here. Oh, there we go. Okay, I managed to get all three. And then plug into this thing, which I think is actually going to take us to... Oh no, it's going to give us a teleport option. Okay, now we can start using the mouse, and hopefully the doubled mouse effect isn't annoying if it exists. So now, we can actually teleport, similar to warp. We'll just move our mouse over here, click, and then drop down. But you can't teleport to every possible location on the map, and it's also worth noting that if you teleport, it does drain the energy node. So I think every teleport drains one energy node. Maybe not. And you can't teleport at all if your battery is empty, of course. Okay. So let's teleport over here. If you teleport by jumping in the air, it actually keeps your nodes on. So you might have seen that I did that right there. I jumped, and then I teleported over here, and it kept the other node on. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but that's how they tell you to solve the puzzle, so that's how I do it. So we'll drop down here to this one, and that should give us enough energy to get this one as well. Perfect. Now, I haven't talked very much about my impressions of the game so far. I'm actually really enjoying my time. Oh, no. I hate this. This is where they teach you the jumping, like, very specifically. I'm actually really enjoying my time with this game so far. I think it's really interesting. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like a landmark puzzler or anything like that, but it is really cool and kind of unique, and I really like the aesthetic style they're going for here. Where do I want to teleport to here? That was not the right spot, but it'll do. Okay, perfect. I would love to be able to get that seed as well. Perfect. Teleport out of here. And then we should just be able to jump into these X's. And these X's just mean that you can't teleport there. Alright, perfect. We are actually getting out of the tutorial stage now. Time for me to take a drink of water. I am a little bit sick. I apologize if my voice is a touch phlegmy. So we have a little bit of story beat here. This is, you know, our beautiful co-star, who we don't see too much of, but was the voice kind of tutorializing the early part of the game for us. And this is really where the game's Metroid or Castlevania influences hit home, because we do have this kind of like core, what would we call it, like a hub world is what we're in right now. And she basically tells us, I'm not going to let her finish her speech, unfortunately, but she tells us that there are like 4 branches on this plug amp tree that need to be lit, because there's an intruder coming in that is disrupting things, let's put it that way. I'm trying to keep the story as ambiguous as possible. So there's 4 different paths that we can take from here. Also similar to kind of like VVVVVV. And we have to complete all of the puzzles in these sections to restore power to the amp tree and thus, you know, continue on with, or save it essentially. Oh, I didn't do my jump appropriately there, I think. Okay, perfect. I actually have done this room. I thought I was going in a different direction than I went the first time. Now, you might not think, Ryan, why aren't you just, like, walking? Well, this is why, because we're trapped inside of these little squares here. So we'll always do the jump and transfer. Oh! The jump and transfer down will work fine as well. See, as you can see, we are pretty much locked in here. So this is really much, or very much a teleporting kind of level. So I should go up here as well, because I missed one. And I knew it! That was a situation where I definitely should have jumped and teleported. There we go. This might seem very confusing if you haven't actually played through this level. I should take it a little bit more slowly, because otherwise you don't even see these blocks, and you get maybe a little bit confused about why I'm seemingly just transforming or transporting myself for no reason. Alright, now this is the room I believe I got stuck at, which could make for some interesting gameplay here. Let's start by going into the right, because there's a seed here that I cannot get. Oh, and I don't have the energy to teleport. Okay, which means we have to hit this, and then teleport down, which I hope will keep my energy node lit there. Yes, it did. Alright, and then there should be a second energy node. There we go. And I can move to the left, but I don't want to lose these energy nodes, so let's just go down instead. Should be another one. That's what I'm hoping. If I could fully light this room, that would be fantastic for me. Go down another level. I assume there will be one over here. Perfect. Now you might notice like all these branching paths. I'm pretty sure this is a long game. I played for about an hour last night when I first got the game. There we go. Fully lit the room. Fantastic. I played for about an hour when I first got the game, and it has progress that tells you how far you've gotten, and I was like 9% of the way through. So this could be like I'm not going to go out on a limb and say it's a 10-hour indie puzzler, because that's pretty rare, but I would definitely not be surprised if this was like 3 or 4 hours. Of course, that when I was playing at that time, I also didn't know the solutions to the tutorial puzzles right off the bat, so there was a little bit of kind of a learning phase. But, you know, if you're playing the game yourself for the first time, that's exactly how that's going to go, right? We'll continue playing for a while here. Again, because it is a fairly long game, I don't feel like I'm doing the developer a disservice by playing through this much on camera. Alright, so there's quite clearly our path that we can take here. Can I just teleport? I cannot teleport there. I was hoping I could teleport like into the wall and just slide down and light all the blocks in the way. Apparently I can't teleport anywhere here, which is maybe a little bit disconcerting. Oh, there we go. That teleport managed to work. But what did that didn't do me any good at all. And now I am very confused, and I'm sure people are already screaming at their monitors that I'm an idiot, but I apologize. Because I can't seem to get out of this room either. Which frightens me. But I can jump and teleport. I can always do that. But can I get all the way up here, maybe? Yes, I can. Is that draining the nodes? I think I might have drained a couple nodes there. If so, then that's alright. There we go. Okay, we can come up here now and immediately fall back down to the bottom. There's probably a path that you can light up right here. That would be my guess anyway. This teleport is kind of tricky because it's so high up. Alright, well, we can definitely exit this room. Let's try one of these other rooms, because that one might be impossible to solve right now. Not impossible to solve by everybody, but impossible to solve by me. Alright, there's our first room done here, but I can't get out because... Well, that's not good. Oh, I can just do like a jumping puzzle style. Okay, perfect. I was like, all these X's mean you can't teleport here, which would be very bad for business if I couldn't actually get out. I have no idea what that play button block does. This could be interesting. So we'll jump our way up into this room. Okay, there we go. I understand. And promptly do not understand, so let's try that again. So up here. Oh, try that again. Jump on the play block. Fall down. Music is starting to sound haunting. Okay, I've got to stay on the play block for a while, but not all the time, or I can't get out. And as soon as you jump off, it ends. This could be interesting, actually. I'll just do the same thing I did the first try. Maybe I can just move to the left here. Maybe that room will be a little bit easier. No, I cannot. Actually, I've got an idea. Let's see if we can uncover some blocks. There we go. Just by jumping up. So we can sort of get like a glimpse of the puzzle before we even get there. So it looks like I have to jump somewhere along the middle of this line. So like maybe like right here. Oh, I think that was it, but I jumped a little bit too late. Right here. Oh, I definitely hit it. I don't have the energy to get all the way, though. I don't know, man. This is confusing. We solved this room. Let's head over here a little bit. Maybe we can find like another entry-level room. Oh, this is the room I got stuck at the first time. But maybe my newfound skills will allow me to succeed here. Trying to find all of the energy nodes in this room. But the problem is that this room is connected like diagonally to this room over here, which is connected diagonally to the room at the very top. So let's see, we'll hit the signal amplifier. We got to get those two right there, which will require us to probably drop down. Okay. Well, we can definitely go up here at least. We can hit these two blocks very easily. Alright, that's inaccessible. What about up here? Alright, I'm already extremely confused. What if we hit this and then jump and teleport? Ah! I think I've solved my conundrum here. And of course, in every room it like opens up another two paths to another room. There we go. Okay, this one is fully turned on now. But what about this room over here? Oh, it was not fully turned? Oh, yes, it was. Okay, perfect. Well, I'd say that room is solved for now. Let's move over here. Maybe we'll do a couple more rooms and then we'll call it a day, because I don't want to show everything off. Alright, so this thing just brings me back to the top, which means I should teleport out, but I need to hit an energy node before I can teleport out. And I assume, yeah, the energy nodes are going to be a little bit further down. Maybe I can take this path and not hit an energy node as well. Alright, very confusing. Because I can't teleport without an energy node. Let's check out this room. Maybe I can get something done here. So this just funnels me out, essentially. Well, we'll try this other limb of the arch tree. Not arch tree, again, more Dark Souls. Alright, so we hit this spot. I actually cannot use that signal amplifier to see the other energy nodes, which is a shame. You know what, I think I'm going to call it a day on 1,000 amps. 20 minutes, pretty substantial for a game of this, I don't even know what adjective I was going to put at the end of there. But anyway, yeah, 1,000 amps. Seems like a one-man dev crew, and this is actually a really, really interesting game that I'm having a lot of fun with and being perplexed a lot with as well because of its, surprising difficulty, at least for me, who, pretty much sucks at puzzlers. Hey, we hit our 5th seed, didn't we? 4 seeds. Gosh darn it. Oh, but we did open up a new path that will probably make this next room more possible, anyway. I'm just about to end the video, and then I'm like, oh, puzzle solved? Let's keep going. Obviously, this is opening up what seems to be a linear path, which is fine by me after all the nonsense we went through a second ago. Anyway, I should probably stop this here. This is 1,000 amps, now available on Steam. Very much, again, I think the perfect description. If Castlevania or Metroid were puzzlers instead of, like, combat-focused action games. It's a pretty good description of what you're getting yourself into here. Oh, and these platforms clearly disappear. Remind me of Tetris blocks. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Currently available $5. Definitely an interesting game. If you like what I see, I would recommend it. I don't think there is a demo out right now, but like Control is absolutely fine. So if you like the premise and you like the gameplay you've seen so far, probably going to be up your alley. Not a huge investment, but it seems sizable. Definitely seems like it's worth the price. Let's put it that way. Now, the only question will be whether or not you're actually into games like this. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.